15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored. That's brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. Game Day Uncensored this Sunday is 9 a.m. Tobin, Solana, Omar Kelly, Chris Perkins, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Getting you ready for the game in New York. Here's a Dolphins Q&A question from David Furones in the Sun Sentinel. Somebody writes in my opinion, Tua regressed a lot this season in almost every aspect of his game. His accuracy got worse. His mechanics look off sometimes. His deep balls got worse, and there's no money spot over the middle anymore. I was a huge Tua fan the last years. How do you explain this regression? And then the guy also writes, can't be age. Maybe the money made him too satisfied. I fear the concussions maybe made him regress faster than usual, or was it just Tyreek Hill being out? So here's what David Furones says. There's no doubt Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is having his worst season under head coach Mike McDaniel, and that's with him being healthy all season, at least in terms of not having to miss games. Sunday's game against the Saints was just awful. 12 of 23, 157 yards, an interception, another throw that probably should have been called a pick on review, 4 sacks. He missed throws he usually makes. Even this year, as his play is diminished, he has made poor decisions, like throwing deep to Jalen Waddle in the end zone on first down with Kool-Aid McKinstry waiting for the interception. And then you have his slide, short of a pivotal first down conversion on third down that leads to a 4th and 1 and a turnover on downs before New Orleans nearly pulled off the epic comeback. David Furones writes, I've been asked this before, and I can't help but point to that show me the money moment after the contract extension. I, too, would have never said that about Tua's character before it occurred. He's too much of a fighter. But there's a correlation there, if not causation. Furones continues, there are a lot of other factors, too. He doesn't have Tyreek Hill now after having years of prime Hill. He has been without Darren Waller for much of the season. He was without his 2 best starters on the right side of the offensive line, his blindside blockers since week 1. But both right tackle Larry Borum and right guard Cole Strange have been better in recent weeks, while Austin Jackson is now back for Borum. Overall, it's all no excuse to have a passer rating of 55.9 against the Saints and fail to get your team into the end zone after the opening drive to allow a 2-win team to have multiple late chances to beat you. Tua is leading the league in interceptions. I should never be so confident I'm going to win with a pick of Tua Tagovailoa plus over 0.5 interceptions, over half interception in our prop bets piece, says Furones. I wouldn't go the route of blaming prior concussions for his play this season as insinuated as a possibility in the question, but there has to be an answer. I don't know what the answer is, but it is interesting. People are saying the same exact stuff. I think Furones points something out there, which is, we have heard of athletes getting fat and happy on contracts. He got a massive contract. He does seem to be fat and happy. I'm not suggesting that because I don't think that's his character, but yeah, there does seem to be something there.
He is noticeably and just eye test stuff. And I know eye test now is get you a little going because the whole college football playoff thing. But there's an eye test thing that we see. He's not the same Tua. He's not as quick. He has no explosiveness when he runs. Even his throws aren't his whole body. He's flicking it with his wrist. Something physically is going on with him. And he is regressing. He's physically breaking down. I don't know if it's forever or if it's something more than we know. But I was listening because I drove up yesterday morning to Orlando and I left at like 6:45 a.m. I was listening to Kyle Krabs with Joe Rose. And he said some stat about when Tua gets the ball out in 2.4 seconds, his percentage goes up double to 70%. Anything after 2.4, it's almost a half, and all this stuff. And it made me think, Tua doesn't scramble or run. We started calling it shuffling because he's really not scrambling to do anything because he can't move. He panics. If he doesn't have his first read, you just said it, that over-the-throw timing route he throws to Tyreek, it's him knowing where Tyreek is going to be exactly, and he's making that decision before the ball is snapped. I have single high. Tyreek's going to be right here. I could just let it go and he's going to get there. He scrambles is a panic. He's not looking around. He's not finding second receivers. He's running because he has to. And if the play is not there exactly how McDaniels drew it up, there is no way for him to complete it. No way for him to make anything happen, get knocked down. That's what's going on.
Also, sometimes when it is there, the way that it's drawn up, he still seems to have the inability to get the ball there accurately.
And that's the physical side of it. So and the panic, I think it comes from him not being that good. And then when he does have it, the physical side that he can't do anymore, he can't make those throws. That damn interception last week looked like little Chan threw it up in the air and said, "Daddy, go catch it." That was embarrassing. That safety,
That's
Hawk,
not a
I
$50
swear
million
you could have
pass.
Hawk, you could have picked that ball off in the middle of the field safety. You would have got over there. That ball was in the air so long. That's not hitting the hole. That's hitting Kool-Aid. I love the man's name is Kool-Aid. He hit Kool-Aid in the chest. The receiver started playing defense on him, man. Somebody asked me at Disney. They were like, "Hey, are we going to keep Tua around?" I said, "We are, because we owe him $55 million. We have to keep him around." What question are you asking me? Is he going to be here next year, or is it a good decision? Because those are two different things.
Might be the only decision. I think he's hurt, but he's not escaping the Tyreek Hill merchant accusations. He's just not.
Well, I mean, you can't at this point because there's a noticeable drop-off and Tyreek's not there. So you have to be able to make at least the assumption that that's part of it.
But Solana, why are they concealing or holding back the injury conversation?
I hate when they do that. Coach can probably speak to it on the next segment. I hate when teams do that. Remember they did it with Kachuk during the Stanley Cup Finals. I hate when they don't tell you, and then afterwards they say, he played the entire season with a thorax in his neck.
Right, but because if they come out right now, or if Tua says, "Hey, yeah, actually, I'm dealing with a really bad groin issue, or I'm dealing with plantar fascia, or I'm dealing with whatever," then nobody's gonna have sympathy for him. You know what they're gonna say? "Oh, excuses."
Well, why didn't you say it when you got injured? I'm with you. If you say it now, it sounds like you're doing damage control. But when you get injured, why not let everybody know you're injured? I'm playing at 80% this season. I'm toughing it out at 80%.
Because everybody's just going to say, "Oh, they're looking for sympathy. They're looking for excuse making." And that's not acceptable in the NFL. I mean, people do that all the time with guys in the NFL. And it's different with Kachuk. He didn't have the best series in that Stanley Cup final. But guess what? You're in the Stanley Cup final. I mean, the Dolphins are two games below 500.
All I was saying, though, was, hey, what would have been the harm in saying, hey, Matthew Kachuk is playing with a broken sternum? Like, what would have been the harm in letting everybody know? I don't understand why that stuff's such a secret.
It would be a advantage for the other team to try to hit him in the chest.
People like Crowder knew right away. He would go right for the sternum.
I would say that. But also with Tua, it's not just an excuse. It perpetuates him being injury prone.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, he's hurt again. He hurt his hip last year.
But then it's like 6 to 1, half a dozen to another. What would you rather be known as, the terrible quarterback or the injured quarterback? Because those are your only two choices.
I should have told y'all my foot was sore when I was letting them tight ends beat me.
I'm not really terrible. I happen to be dinged up. I'm injury prone. Real quick look at the headlines, because Jim Larinaga is going to join us in the next segment. I won't have enough time with him. So headlines brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
One of the things you brought up, Kyle Krabs, one of the things he wrote in an article a couple hours ago or a couple days ago, I don't know if it's too early to look at backup quarterback speculation for next season if Tua's back, but Kyle Krabs put together a list. I'll run it by both of you, but I know Hawk is big backup quarterback talk guy, so maybe we can do that later.
I'm happy to. That's my wheelhouse.
It's his favorite position.
Is there a thorax injury? Did I make up what is a thorax?
I think it's something in your chest, I believe.
Is that a Dr. Seuss character?
No, that's the Lorax.
Oh, my bad. Thorax. Oh,
chest,
thorax.
Chest region of the body located between the neck and the abdomen.
Yeah, look at that. Who hasn't had a sore thorax every now and then?
Hawk, you said he had a thorax in his neck.
Imagine how painful that would be. That would explain a lot of the overthrows.
Get him, Kachuk. Jesus Christ.
We talked about the Giannis Antetokounmpo Shams bomb. And the Miami Heat tonight, speaking of the NBA, the Miami Heat, they play the Dallas Mavericks 8:30 p.m. tonight. MRI on Pelle Larsson's injured foot. No thorax in his heel.
That's good news.
But he does have a sprained toe. He's questionable for today's game.
All right. Thorax okay, though.
We got to get our toes together on the Heat. Bam had a bad toe. Tyler had an extra toe. Now Pella has a sore toe. We got to get our toes strong.
But funny, coming from you, you have ass on your foot.
Tyler has an extra toe?
I got extra foot.
No, you just have weird skin on your foot.
Yeah, you have a skin graft that came from your ass. They're not extra.
That's heavy. I had a heavy foot.
It replaced what was missing. Does Tyler have 6 toes?
No, he didn't have an extra toe. He had an extra bone in his foot.
Oh.
It was
Is it
supposed
still there?
to grow into a toe.
No, that's why he missed the first 17 games of the season. He had it removed.
Oh, so it just grew?
Are you with us?
It just grew there?
He didn't know he had it.
Yeah.
Well, how'd he find out?
Because it started to cause him pain. He started to feel the
Because
pinch.
it just grew.
Yeah.
He grew an extra bone.
He had it his whole life. He had it his whole life.
I'm not so certain.
Who's that pitcher with the extra finger? Pupe.
Yeah, El Pupo.
Tyler was going to be Los Pupo.
Isn't it El Pulpo?
El Pulpo. Oh, yeah, Pulpo.
You said Pupo,
Yeah.
which is a different.
El Pulpo, the octopus.
El Pupo is what Jimmy follows on OnlyFans.
And Antonio Alfonseca had the little extra dangly finger. Antonio Alfonseca. So Tyler grew a bone in his foot this season?
He didn't grow it.
New toe.
He had it his entire life, and it just started to cause him pain.
I don't buy that.
It was like a wisdom tooth. It came in.
Mm-hmm. His toe bone finally came in.
Painful.
Finally, funny development in Cleveland. The Browns activated Deshaun Watson's 21-day practice window.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That is a comedy, man.
They start the season with 4 quarterbacks. They start Joe Flacco, trade Joe Flacco to the division. They trade the only backup quarterback that was worth a damn. They drafted 2 quarterbacks. The most controversial quarterback, they benched him. Then he has to come in. Now they have 2 rookie quarterbacks. Neither of them look good. Oh, by the way, Deshaun Watson still on the roster, and we're going to activate him.
That's crazy.